Welcome everyone, it's John the Net Guy. Awesome to have you here. Thank you for joining. This is going to be an awesome day. I have one of the largest products to show you, probably the largest product that I've actually demoed on the channel to date. In fact, I'm touching it right now. This is the electric powered standing desk from the Woka company. I wanted to show you this thing 2 weeks ago. They had too many products for me. There was just, with all those products from Mount Pro and Similar that I showed you, got them outside ready to ship. With all of those products that were ready to show, I just couldn't get them all in here and have the studio ready. I spent the afternoon here taking things in and out of the studio. Hopefully everything's working right. And Amazon, we're just launching the Amazon here for you. Hopefully you guys can see this. That's one thing I wanted to say. We are live now on Amazon. Welcome Amazon shoppers to the channel. If you are watching on any of the other services, now let me pull those up for you here. So the other potential services that I'm multicasting to right now, if you're watching on any of those, this is actually going to be an Amazon Live event, which is really cool. It allows me to chat with you here, so I can chat and interact with you. If you're on the other services like Facebook, I'd love to talk to you, but don't have time. If you're on YouTube watching, I'm just simulcasting to YouTube. Go ahead and click the link in the description because I'd love to have you over on the Amazon side. And the cool thing about Amazon is I can do the chatting and interacting. You can follow me and know anytime that I'm going to go live, which is awesome. And I have a carousel over there. And the carousel on the bottom here, I'm going to highlight the product that we're looking at today. So this is the product, again, from the Woka company. This is their standing desk. It's electric powered. They label it, I think, a dual monitor standing desk. I'm going to pull that up here so you guys can see what it is. Now, I just interestingly happen to have, it's just catching up over here. There we go. This is the dual monitor standing desk. It's 48 inches by 24 inches adjustable height. So that's what I've got going on over here right now. So hopefully you guys can see that. Just noticed that it's bleeding over here on my template, so I might have to switch over to a different one here. Let's go to the full browser. There we go. You guys can see this one. It is on sale right now. Now, the price normally is $299.99 for this thing. For this show, I believe it's through the end of the weekend. Don't quote me on that. But we have a $100 discount coupon on it right now. So if you check this coupon, if you're on Amazon and you check off this coupon and then you check out, you're going to get $100 off, so it's going to be $199. And as far as standing desk go, this thing is awesome. I'm going to go through a set of features that it has that I really enjoy. And then we're going to talk about why it's different than some of the competitors you might have seen or used. If you're in the Amazon chat, just say hi. Let me know if it's working. Let me know that my audio is not too hot. I know that we try to get the audio just right, and I move around a lot, and so just let me know what the audio sounds like. Got a really special show for you guys. Again, I've actually put the whole studio together so I can show you all of the features of this desk. Let's go back out to that. So this studio is about 10, 11 feet wide, and my normal desk here is a little over 6 feet. So I was not going to be able to get this thing in here and that and all my other switching controls for the stream. But, Pinky Tech, welcome. RJ, welcome. Thank you guys for letting me know about the audio. That's awesome. So this thing is 4 feet wide, which if you look at the framing on here, it looks pretty wide. It's just a camera thing, trust me. It's actually a really comfortable height. I've got my laptop here on one side. They call this a dual monitor electric powered standing desk. And the reason for that is you could put two, I'm guessing 24s, maybe 27. I've got a 27 back here. I think it would fit just fine with two 27s. As far as the weight capacity of this thing, 100 kilograms. So 220 pounds of support. So you could put just about any combination of computers and monitors. It's not a weight thing. And I'm going to show you how this thing's assembled. And you're gonna know that this thing's stout. So again, just a quick reminder, up here you're gonna see my Amazon chat URL. It's gonna be the live stream URL. If you haven't followed me already, go ahead and do that. That helps me out a ton. Also helps you out because it's gonna let you know when I'm going live, which is awesome. So a couple things I want to talk about on this are just the range of features that it has. So as an electric desk option, this takes over for your entire desktop. So it is a station that if you have kids, maybe kids that are going back to school, it can lower all the way down. Now, one of the things I love about this, almost a hands-free design, I'm going to hit the button and I'm not touching anything else. It has memory on there. Now I have to make sure it doesn't clip my corner here, but I'm going to tell you something else about that that's really cool. So this thing's almost completely gone. That's 27 inches is the low. I think it's 27.5 is the low. And actually, let me show you that here. What I'm doing on the controls here, so you can see. We're going to go to camera 2. So that is the lowest extent that we have here. If you want to see my controls, that's on 3. So these are the controls I'm using. It's got just a nice simple control panel, and you can go in essentially millimeter increments. It's measured now in inches, and you can set this thing to exactly what you want. Now I'll show you something that's really cool. You get to see both of them at the same time here. If I hit these memories, I've pre-programmed 36 inches just happens to be like a bar counter height. So if you've got a bar stool as a chair, 36 inches, bang on. It's got a nice soft stop on it, which is really cool. So, hey, awesome RG, thanks for following. And Chandra, thanks for following. Aiden, awesome, thank you for the follow as well. Welcome you guys from Amazon. Now, we'll go back out to the wide here so you can see it again. This would be a normal height if you had a bar stool. Really appreciate you guys joining on the Amazon here. So this bar stool I've got is really cool. It adjusts all the way from bar stool height, and I can go back down to regular desk height. So when I say regular desk height, I mean most normal desks are going to be about 30 inches. So it's going to be about that. You're going to get to work. We talked about ergonomics 2 weeks ago in that live stream, and you want the 390s here. Let me see if I can get this camera to show you what I was talking about the 390s here. So, yep, that'll work. So you want to be 90 degrees. Now I actually have foot support down here on this as well. So my seat is going to make 90 degrees to the legs, 90 degrees to the back, 90 degrees to the arms. So this is just about right. But what's cool about this Mount Pro desk is if it's not just right, I can go up and down in very small increments. So I can go 1/4 of an inch, 1/10 of an inch. So I can micro adjust to exactly where I want to be. And the cool thing about that is if I go up, let's say to 36 again, I want to do that standing for the day. Can you guys hear the desk run? I don't know. I've got some really good noise cancellation in OBS here, but I don't know if you can hear it. It's an electric motor sound, but it's not obnoxious. It's not like your washing machine. It's just a really nice, quiet electric motor. There's dual motors in this thing. So the one that I used to have here had a single motor, and it had this big crossbar that went across. So if I ran any cords across, they could get tangled or wrapped. It was the adjustments kind of interesting on that one. This one's kind of cool because it's all digital. So it's going to have digital motors on each side, and you can set the height. What's cool about this is 40 inches. Let's take it up all the way to the max. We're going to go to 47.2 inches. Now I'm 6 feet tall. This is way too tall for me. I could see this like being a stock trader in Wall Street or something. This is the highest of the height ranges. I'm going to adjust this so you can see it as well. I'm going to go through the kind of the physical specs on it here for you so you guys can see that. So if I'm looking at the width of it, again, total overall dimension is 24, and you can hopefully see that there. It's just a shade under 24. It sticks out further with the control panel, but your top measurement's 24. Your width measurement, which I'm going to try to give you real accurate. If you're looking to put this somewhere where it's going to be kind of tight, I want to make sure you get an accurate reading here. So it's just about 47.5, and the legs are inset a little bit. So it's that 24 they were talking about by 48. That's the regular measurement. So it's just a hair under that. Then let's talk about height. So I've got it at 47.2. I'll show you something interesting about it. The thing measures as it goes, but the 47.2, look how accurate that is. So this thing's pretty close to the millimeter. It's to the bottom of the desk. Now, it has a tiny bit more in it. so that it's about an inch of desktop height. So I've seen some other gaming, I don't know, we bought one for our son here, but I've seen some other gaming desktops that look like a great deal. You know, they're around $100, but they're only half of that. They're barely half-inch thick, which is not going to last. Oh, Pinky says he can barely hear, but he's wearing AirPods. Okay, well, that's a good test. If you can hear it barely on the AirPods, that's good. I'm gonna again go back down to about 36, 40, somewhere in there. We'll find what's comfortable. I want to show you a couple other things about it. I'm gonna go back up to that second camera while it's going down. I actually have my power adapter for my laptop sitting down here in this tray. So it's going to hold the tray there, as you can see, and that's going to keep the power brick for my laptop from getting tangled up. So they've done a really good job on this thing of making sure that all of the cables in your cable management, I'm going to take it all the way up to show you this, are nice and protected and hidden. It's got some other really cool features I can't wait to show you. Now that I look at this camera angle, you might have guessed one of them, which is kind of neat here. So that is that angle. I'm going to go back over to camera 3. I'm going to show you the bottom of the desk here so you can see a little bit about it. So it's got this crossbar channel, and this thing's secured very well, 4 points on each side, along with sturdy metal legs. The motors are actually right here. They're pre-attached to the legs, and that's where it has that firmness. That firmness comes because the motors are moving that up and down in there encased, so there's no slop in it at all. So the motors come out to the side. Works really well. It's probably a worm drive, I'm guessing. But just want to, again, move between some of these settings so you can kind of see how it works. So that tray was one other feature. I'm going to show you kind of this is the feature that I like. Okay. If you're a gamer at all, it has a gaming headset hook. Now, I told you about that other one that we bought. And, you know, when you're a gamer, you got to have your headphones nearby. So there we go. So now if you're doing your gaming session, you got your dual monitors, everything, you're done. You're always losing your headphones. And these are $250 headphones. They're not cheap. You don't want to be losing them or dropping them. This goes right on the hook. And I've tried it with several sets I have. I've got a few of them, some with really wide headbands. And it fits perfect down there. So again, that's another feature that it's got down there. It sits right along the side nicely there. I can show you where that hook comes in. So there's the hook itself right there. So that's yet another feature that it has is that headset hook. It does have a 4-position memory. So I've been kind of bouncing along between the different positions here. A little bit of a buzz. Ooh, sorry about that. Let me see. I don't see it on here. I can change that a little bit, but I'll take a look at that, Aiden, on the audio just to see. Let me know if that's a buzz continuously or only when I move it a little bit, because that'll let me know as well. So it's got the 4-position memory. I'm going from the low to the high to whatever. Now, if you need to adjust it, I'm going to show you kind of the basic operation of that. Super easy. You probably don't even need a manual on it, but I want to show you it anyway. So this is, again, simple control panel. Now, that's 40 inches. You can change it between inches and feet as you need. Or, sorry, not inches and feet. Feet would be a lot. Yeah, inches and centimeters as you need, let's say. And so we can go down here. Let's say 38 was exactly where I like my back, you know, for my back, my posture. All I have to do is hit memory and the number. And now it's set. So now what's funny is actually 2 is 36. So it counts its way down to 36. Go back to 38. And it's just like that. Now, a couple things about this. This is one of the fastest moving standing desks, I'm told. That was one of the things in their marketing brochures is how quickly it goes between heights. So you're not sitting here, if you've seen some of the IKEA ones, you have to crank. You have to crank them up and down. And, you know, honestly, all the desks on that side of the room, including this one, are standing desks. So all my cameras and everything are mounted to desks that go up and down. The thing that frustrates me to no end about that one that I got has no memory at all. And so every time I'm trying to set my heights, my everything, it's like getting in your bed every night and having it be a little bit different, a little bit firmer, a little bit softer. You have no consistency. And so that's what this memory seat or the memory settings give you. Now, my other one that goes in the center here normally does have that memory, But I want to tell you a couple other cool things that this thing has that one does not. That one only has 3 memory positions. This one has 4. So for $199 right now, this one definitely. Yeah, okay. I'll have to take a look, Aiden, on that. I'll check it out. I've got my mic up here. I can also switch to the headset if we need. So let me know if it's bothering you, and we'll switch to the headset. So yeah, again, it's got those extra memory positions. But one thing I've done before with my other one, just wanted to show you guys this, is that I've literally crushed my chair before. The other one has no safeties. So you probably won't be able to see it, but the chrome on my chair has a big ding in it from when this thing came down on it. Not this one, but the one that I normally have here. I'm going to show you this because I think it's a super important feature. If you've got stuff in the way, if you've got sensitive electronics, I'm going to take this chair right here. We're going to do this live on air, and I'm going to try to crush it. Now, this reminds me of a QVC scene. I don't know if you guys seen the little giant ladder the guy climbs up on and just goes, no safety at all. It goes straight down. But I want you guys to see the safety feature that this has. So I have not seen this, especially not in one so affordable. We're going to come down to 36, and I've got my stuff right here. It's going to hit it. It's going to stop, and it's going to back up. So how cool is that? So that feature alone is going to save you a lot of trouble. So it stopped, it backed up. Now again, it didn't back up to the next position. It backed up a couple inches from where it hit, and it's just waiting here for us to do that. Now we can take this out of the way. It didn't damage it at all. I can go back to 36. I'm going to show you something else. This safety works both directions. So we're down to 36 here. I'm going to put my arm here. Maybe this was something that got left out, a door, a cabinet door that got left open. And I'm going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to hit 4 to tell it to go top. I'm just going to hold my hands here. Now, it gave me a little bit of a push, but it's doing the same thing opposite. It's stopping, and then it's going back down. That's a cool feature on its own. So definitely a safer product than any one of these that I've got right now, in that it's going to stop. It's not going to crush you. So if you have your chair under there, maybe something bumps it. That can happen. Doesn't go down to 0 and all of your stuff gets crushed on your legs or whatever you've got under here. So another really cool feature. Quick questions for you guys in the chat since we're talking here. What are you using for a desk right now? Would this be of interest to you? Do you have questions about this product? This is completely live right now, unless it says previously live. This is live. I'd love to answer the questions for you. Again, this is John, the Net Guy. We're looking at the standing desk, the 48 by 24 electric powered standing desk from the Woka company. And I'm going to show you a couple other features while we're going along here. We've talked a little bit about the cord keeper that it's got back here. They do include a couple ties, actually 3 of them, so that you can run your cables if you need to, including the cables that this has. It's simply powered into the wall with just a regular outlet. Nothing special. You don't need any high amperage or anything like that. It does have a couple neat things also, like adjustable feet. Oh, poor RJ's using a card table, man. You could definitely benefit from this. There's not a giveaway yet on this one, but we'll see. I'll talk about the giveaway results as well. The feet on this thing, it's got 2 full-size legs. Every one of those has the adjustable feet, and you'll see that when we do the assembly. But my studio is built in my garage. I took a lot of my garage over and I built my studio. And so if I'm in here, everything's off just a tick, about a 1/4 inch for every 5-6 feet. That's for runoff in a garage. They're built like that. But it drives me nuts if I have a regular desk and my monitors are all tilted and everything. So it's kind of cool. This thing has about 3/4 of an inch of adjustability on every leg, which is really slick. So I like that. Another thing, if you've got kids, yeah, Aiden, awesome. Right on, man. If you've got kids at all, one of the things that I like about this is the lockout. Now, my other one's a little annoying because it does have a lockout feature and it locks you out every single time you touch it. Like you go up a little tiny bit, then it locks out. And then you want to go up a little more, you have to hold the button down and unlock, and then it goes a little more. This is a little bit more involved. I'm just going to show you how to do it. So we're here at 36.8. I can go up and down normally. If I press both buttons and I wait, it's supposed to go into lock mode. So you see that LOC? Now, you can fetch all the buttons. So me with kids, I want to think about using this possibly upstairs. Ooh, Pinky, you're getting ahead in the show. He's asking a question, and it's a perfect question about sturdiness. Now, I've got my coffee here. This was unintentional, but my coffee is right there in my fancy net guy mug. I'll show you that. And I got a little bit of wiggle. It's at what the 30-ish height. Now, again, we're locked still. It's not going to let me do it. I've got a little tiny bit of wiggle here. At 48, let's take it up there. That's a great question. Show you the whole thing. To unlock it, same exact thing in reverse. I'm just holding both buttons until lock goes away. And now I hit the whatever. So I'm going to go up to 47, show you the same thing. Complete fairness here. Okay, so this is at maximum extension here. So at maximum extension, and I'm pushing normally back and forth, the weight rating is exactly the same. So 225 pounds. I'm not going to break this thing in half, trust me. There's a beam in here that they put in. I'll show you in the assembly. It's definitely sturdy. The thick top helps. If anything, I think the 220 is probably while you're using the motors up and down, probably some warranty stuff they have to say, but definitely is a very sturdy thing. Monitors are somewhere between 10 and 25 pounds at worst. So you're probably just fine in there. I'm going to bring one out here in just a second to show you, but even at worst, this is better than my other one that's out in the hall. I wish I could have shown you both at the same time here, but you're talking maybe an eighth of an inch, maybe a tiny bit more of deflection. And, you know, I'm not trying to knock this thing over, but I'm trying not to lift the legs off here when I do it. So it's definitely sturdy. Sturdy is not a problem. It's a great time to jump over. I'm going to show you how this thing's put together. So if you have other questions, let me know. That was a great question, Pinky. And yes, you can absolutely add monitor stands to this. I'm going to show you that before we wrap up here. It's going to be a little bit shorter show tonight. Thank you, everybody that's joining on the Amazon Live right now. This is John, the Net Guy, looking at the Woka dual motor standing desk. And this is electric desk. Very good price. One of the best prices I've seen. It's back to school time. Perfect time if you need to upgrade your desk station. I'm going to pull up some stuff here that I wanted to show you. First is the assembly process. Now, I assembled this earlier for you because I had no chance of assembling it live. It's not that it's hard to assemble by any stretch. It's actually pretty easy. Let me pull the laptop screen up here. So that's screen 4. Hopefully you guys can see that. And this is the box it comes in. The standing desk is heavy. It's 78 pounds. Now, a lot of that's in the top and in the metal and the steel on the legs. So it's not light by any stretch, but you know, it will be delivered. They recommend with the instructions that you put some stuff down here on your floor, not to scratch it, but honestly, everything's covered as you see when it comes to you, which is really nice. Now, I'm kind of zipping through this just so that we have some time, but you know, those are pre-drilled places for nuts to go in the top, so you don't have to do any work other than screwing in screws and Allen wrenches. And they include all of the screws and Allens that you'll need. They do require 2 tools to install this. You're going to need to have a screwdriver, which you'll see here, and a drill. Now, the drill is kind of optional. It's just really so that you can actually get the right firmness when it comes to this back here. There's some pretty large screws that they want you to put in, so I think they don't want you to have to do that by hand. A drill helps, but if you're pretty strong, you can probably do it even without the drill. Now, I'm going to pause it here for 1 second. This is the assembly part here where I put these 2 vertical stanchions here, these legs that go in. They connect to those horizontal bars that go across. That's giving you all that rigidity. So these things are incredibly strong, and they connect in 3 points. Those are also tapered holes. So as you tighten them down, it's getting even stronger. Ooh, hey, JC Mom of 3, you bought one of these and it's still in the box. Welcome. I got a special note about you here. We're going to talk about here in a second. We haven't covered that yet. But yeah, very awesome. And I do need to tell you, it does come in other colors than white. If you're looking at it and going, oh, I don't want to have the one with the white top, they got some other really cool colors. There's a black version of this with black legs, which looks really cool. I'm going to show you that in a sec. There's one with a wood grain top that looks oak. That one would be super cool. I like that. I like that look a lot. And then there's this white on white, which is very, very clean. My wife's new craft room is definitely white on white. So we've gone with that. But one thing you have to choose here as you're putting these legs on, I wanted to highlight this, is which side do you want to have the gaming headset on? Because that's structural to the legs. So the one that we bought for my son, he's got like a plastic 3M sticky hook. So again, $250 headphones. You put them on a plastic hook that falls off and you break a microphone or something. Not great. So definitely don't appreciate that from that design. This one is much, much sturdier, as I said. It's got three bolts holding it in here. So we'll continue. Where it gets a lot of its strength, I was telling you, is actually in the cross member that's going to come across here. So right now, I'm putting in the control box here. Just a second ago, you see that right there? That control box is the brains. That's what the control panel is going to plug into, both motors and then the power supply. So there's 4 connections you have to make there. That said, those 4 are going to get connected, and then you're going to plug the power in. But this box goes down and covers everything up. So super, super clean from a wiring layout. If you look at this real quick, and I'm just going to skip ahead real quick. So I'm running the wires through. I'm trying to figure out which way I want. This is the first time I've ever put this thing together. I made one mistake, which I'm going to tell you about now, so you guys can decide not to, and you'll have it go perfectly for you. But, I put these screws in. Now, there are a couple things about the screws. There's 3 different screws, and they're all labeled. So there's A, B, and C, and they're Allen heads. There's a couple screws that are regular screw heads, but again, those are covered with a screwdriver. Same hanging headset setup, Pinky, and right on. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, these get tied in here. It gets tied to the top in 8 places. So the legs to the top, super duper duper firm. And those 8 places that it ties to this top, the top is melamine. It's press forward. It's got a top on it. So it's not going to be, like a wood grain top or anything. It's going to be a laminate. But it's super duper strong because they put anchors in. So where those bolts are, they're actually a double set. So they're anchored. So I'm actually putting it into something that's already been drilled in and is firm. So that was really cool. As you can see, there's some wires that stick out here, but it's for the most part covered up. My other one, kind of all hangs out. This one covers up your wiring. Right now here, I'm putting together the carrier for the cords, the cord keeper back there. And this is the only time you need a drill. I took a seat here because I was getting a little tired with it, but you put there, I had to go grab the drill, and I come back with the drill. I go ahead and put it down here. And those are the only place you actually need a drill, it says, is right here on this one. You put these 2 screws in, and you're good to go from that point. So very cool feature on that. I'm going to go just a zip ahead real quick. I'm going to tie the legs on. The front panel for the controls is both sides. So if you're left-handed or your room's laid out so where it needs to be on the left side, totally doable. It's got plenty of cord. You put it on this side. There's 2 screw holes and they're already pre-drilled. If it's on the right side like I wanted it, you put it on the right side, 2 screw holes already as well. The legs, there's 4 very tight Allens that go in there and tighten and hold down for each side. So super strong. Again, 220 pounds plus its own weight. So it's very, very capable. The desk weighs about 70 pounds. So if it's at all possible to put it together in the room that you want, I would recommend that highly. It's much better if you can do that in the room. I didn't. I had to carry 70 pounds by myself. I didn't bang the walls. 24 inches, luckily, is going to fit through 99% of doors in most houses. So it's not super wide. Most small doors even are 28 on the door openings. So it's going to fit through if you need it. You can also move it sideways like you're moving big furniture. So that works really well. So as I'm assembling here, you can see I've gone through all the steps. I'm just checking things off, making sure everything worked good. I've got the legs on there as well. And I'm taking the extra camera out of there. And then I'm going to go through just a simple test. Once I've got this all set up, I go through and flip it over. Now, this again, probably a great time to have a friend, a 2-person operation here. Go ahead and flip this thing over, just checking it out. Didn't talk about one thing there I want to talk about there. So you see on the bottom, there's actually right here, there's this little hole, and that's a divot, which is great if you're against a wall or you want to mount one of their monitor arms. Now, Woka Mount Pro, and Zimmeler are all family of companies. So the Mount Pro makes their monitor arms for mounts. Woka makes these desks and lap desks, I believe, and some other stuff. So you can work these things together. The Mount Pro monitor arm was going to fit right in this little opening here. And that's going to give you access to turn the screws and stuff. So it's really cool. And you can run your cords and stuff down there. Make a really clean desk setup without having to cut anything, which is cool. So I flip it over here, do a little He-Man impression. And set it back down. And then this is where I'm just about to remove that fancy film. And then I can show you here is where I start just to play with the range of adjustment that it has. You've seen most of this, but I'll go pretty quickly through it. We'll go through there. I did the lock feature. I was testing that out. I had pre-programmed them, so I went all the way up to the maximum height extension. So again, assembly, give yourself about 25, 30 minutes. You know, it's not really hard. Again, it's all Allens. You're not drilling any holes. You're not doing anything too crazy. Again, you can see here the only little cord that's hanging out of it or down is the power cord, and you could tuck that up with some of the stuff that they've included. So again, really cool. If you guys are on Amazon, again, thank you guys so much for joining. Take a look up here. There's a follow button. I believe on mobile it's over here, and on desktop it's down there. If you haven't done it already, hit the follow. I do giveaways, and it's time to talk about that giveaway. I don't know if I have a giveaway. No, I don't have it loaded up for you guys. But the Mount Pro company, 2 weeks ago, we did a special showcase event. And one of the things I did for followers is if you could send me a picture that you were following me, then you got a chance to win a prize. So I did the drawing this morning. The drawing was September 1st. Did it 10 a.m. Some good news. Joe from Georgia won the triple monitor arm. If you want to go back and see that show, you can. That triple monitor arm is going to be awesome. And Joe's a YouTuber. I know him. I'm glad he's supporting my channel here. So just really awesome that he could get that. And then JC from Oregon won the dual stand. Now this thing is really cool. Both of those work great with this. The dual monitor stand is really cool because it's a no drill, no clamp design. So again, it fits into the desk here. I don't have them all taken apart. They're all packaged and ready to go. I want to be able to ship them as quickly as possible to the winners. Randy won from Washington the dual stands, the height adjustable stands. And so those are really cool. Excited about that. And then we had the last one is David F. from Washington won the bamboo lap desks. So those are the winners. We had 4 winners this time. Again, people, as you follow, it's awesome. Tell your friends, share this link if you can. As you follow, I get more ability to give promos and promo codes out and do giveaways and cool stuff like this. So super excited again to share with you from Woka their new product, the standing desk. I want to take you to a couple pictures of where you've seen that, or where you could use this, right? So they've got some really cool example shots here. I'm gonna switch back over so you can see. This is just slideshow mode. Again, these are the different models they have. So that's one with the wood finish on the top. It's all the way around the edges. There's the one with the black. Hopefully I can pause this. That's looking sharp. So hopefully you guys can see that. I should get me out of the way there, Oh, gotta keep me there. Let me take me out of the picture so you guys can see these in full screen. So yeah, that's a really cool setup. So you've got a iMac there on the left and a full MacBook Pro in the middle, and you still have room on the right side. So again, tons of room on these. Really, really like them. This is the white on white finish. Again, looks like a render. It's so cool. And then this is the white with a different colored top, so with the wood grain top. So lots of really cool options here. Amazon's got them right now. Hopefully they're in stock. Again, I can't guarantee stock on this stuff. I'm going to bring up Amazon and the Amazon page so we can just talk through just a couple facts about this. If you guys have any questions, hey Clay, thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. If you guys also, by the way, if you're on any of the other services, if you're on YouTube right now or you're on Facebook watching, thank you, by the way. But I am on Amazon Live. That's where I'm going to be responding to chat messages. So if you put something in YouTube, jump on over. In the description, so you hit that little down chevron, in Facebook and in YouTube is the link to the Amazon Live. So you can click that. You open up the Amazon app or the Amazon website, and Bob's your uncle. So we can talk there. So I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to try to bring it in the full browser because we had a little bit of trouble last time with the other browser. So this is the product at Amazon. Again, gaming headset holder. This at Amazon, they have the light colored top. I wonder what they're going to call that. They're calling it the oak top. They do have the walnut top, which is really sharp. Okay, I don't know which is my favorite now. I think that one would probably look best. There's a lot of, with the white and all my different colors here, there's kind of an up glow, which is kind of cool. But I would like probably that walnut would look even better in this room if I was going to do product demos. Stuff would kind of pop on that, which I really like. So they've got that walnut. Now, I believe that the coupon applies to all three. And then there's the black on the far left side there. So they have all three different models available on Amazon right now. This is just some of the specs. I'm going to click on them so you can see them in a little bit larger screen. So this is what I was talking about their competitors, which actually, that might be the one I have. It's on the right. It's quieter, it lifts more, and it goes faster. So, there's all cool things about this product. Very, very cool from the Woka company. 1 inch thickness that we talked about. It's got rounded edges, which I didn't really think, would be useful, but it's actually not bad. It's nice. And they come with really heavy reinforced foam around the edges when you're getting it out of the box. So that protects them, which is really cool. So rounded edges, you're not going to bump into anything. We like that. There's the 4 memories. And now if you are into European measurements, it will go into millimeters, which is even more accurate. I think that when you're hitting the single adjustment, it's actually adjusting millimeters. It's just doing the conversion for you. But I believe it goes about a millimeter at a time. Daniel Bird, thank you, my friend, for following. That's awesome. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys again. If you're on Amazon and you're doing the live and you're doing the follows, I do this about once a week. I'm going to tell you about some other really cool events that I have coming up. And if you stick around there, this is what I was talking about the sturdy construction. So my other one that I have, it has a crossbar. It's a single motor. It's got a crossbar that has to run 2 things and a gear. This one is very sturdy because it's actually a tube within a tube, and this is heavy gauge steel. These things are a little bit heavy to lift when you're putting it together, but again, that's just quality there. It's definitely heavier steel. So it's not that pot metal that you're used to when you get cheap stuff. It's not going to bend by any stretch. So really happy with that. So I think we've covered almost all of the features here about the standing desk from Woka. Just wanted to say thank you again to the Woka company, Mount Pro, Zimmeler, for running the giveaway that we just talked about. Really, really happy that they were able to send these products, and very happy to be able to be here with you guys on Amazon Live. If you've got any product questions or any comments, hey Pinky, winner of our giveaway, the grand prize there, no one knows how important rounded edges are until they hit the corner of their desk. That is true. That is a true statement. So, I'm doing this about once a week. I'm trying to do it on Wednesdays. Depending on schedules, I might have to move back and forth a little bit. And so just wanted to again, give you that. I've got some upcoming shows. So next week, I'm not going to be on Amazon because you can't get a GPU on Amazon to save your life right now. But I have the Sapphire. Oh, I got to zoom in for this one because you got to see it. Radeon RX 6600 XT. I'm trying to move my hand off the label. I'm moving the wrong hand. It's that kind of day, people. But yeah, I've got this. This is an awesome 1080p gaming card. I know where you can get them, so I'll be doing a show on that next week. It will not be, sadly, on the Amazon. It'll be elsewhere. Other things. I don't know if you guys saw my video. A lot of you guys subscribed already. It's the #1 video right now on my channel. These are not yet available on Amazon. I got a lot of products that I really want to show you on Amazon Live. They're coming soon. Nobody has these right now. This is going to be really cool. But these are the Wise Buds. Now, you've seen the Pro Buds, but these are the Wise Buds. And these things are just awesome. So I've got a video coming out on them, a full review. As soon as those are out, I will be putting something together on those. I do have several other earbuds here. I went out and I went kind of crazy. Don't tell my wife. I basically bought every single $40 and under bud set that I could test. So I'm going to have to do one of these events here soon, probably towards the end of September, maybe early October. I'll do a headphone roundup, and there's some winners in here. There's some really cool stuff. So that is going to be September 8th. I'm doing the GPU. The week after, I did want to show you guys who needs 4 webcams. I got a couple more that I didn't have time to set up. I got 6 or 7 webcams that I'm going to be showing you guys. Again, it's back to school. Kids are going to need these things. Some of them for, less than $40, you can get an outstanding picture quality on them with just a little bit of tweaking. You can spend $160 or $200 on some of these webcams and get a great picture quality as well. But I'm going to show you how to do it affordably as well. So, RG, I should try this. I get bad neck and shoulder aches after sitting even for an hour. Oh my goodness, yeah, absolutely. And I've of course been sitting down this half of the show. Let me slide this out of the way. Sorry for the noise, people. Again, just going to show you just the adjustability of this desk. Couple key points if you're just joining us. Goes from 27. I almost lost my phone there. It goes that high. Up to 47. So it's got a huge range of adjustability here. So that's the highest. Again, get your back straight. You're going to be able to use it. I want to show you 2 more things real quick now that I think about it. Nikki, you had this question about monitors and weight. Hey, I just happen to have an Acer Nitro XV2. This is a 24-inch monitor. Now, I'm going to go back down a little bit here. So it will definitely do dual monitors. So you can have this thing set off to the side. This is one of my favorite monitors for adjustability because this stand is epic. It has full swivel. It's going to have tilt, and it has up and down. So full range of motion adjustability. So this would be a great monitor. If I was going to do the standing height, I had it set at about 40. That's what was looking really good for me. Memory 3. So that works good. Now I could raise this monitor all the way up, and that's a good height. So that's not bad at all. Second thing you can do, I'm going to go back here and grab my other product. So we've got the Mount Pro monitor arm. This is the classic. Again, this is the one that started it all early in my channel. Now I can put this over the edge here. There are some supports for the wire tray. I'm trying not to hit. You can also use a standing desk with a monitor arm. So you can use a single, double, triple. It's going to support all of those. It's got the full 1-inch thickness that you see down here. So you definitely have all the thickness that you need for holding up monitors. And then you can have this gas strut monitor arm raise and lower your monitors wherever you want them. So definitely works with the other products from Mount Pro as well. So I want to check real quick. Any more questions in the chat? If not, this has been John, the Net Guy. Again, come back, check it out, next week after. I'll be here hopefully on Wednesdays about 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you haven't, hit that follow button that's over there or down there. And that'll just let Amazon know that you like what you're watching, that you're going to get notified next time I go live. And with that, that's a wrap.